Okay, so as I had said at the start of this slideshow, right, in the very first video you watched, we're going to be shifting our focus from the annotation questions and things that you do while you're reading to things that you do at the end. These are the central idea endnotes or like summaries that you make. Now, why these are important is that number one, we hopefully kind of named it and you were starting to think about it of this idea of you finish a text and then you get to the end and you're like, I have no idea what I just read. Just from teaching, I know this happens to a lot of people. It's happened to me many times before. So it's completely normal and understandable. Part of what is important, though, is naming that it is an important skill because being able to summarize and give the information back of what you just read in a really like short and clear way is incredibly valuable, like crazy important to be able to do. So, as a result, we're going to take some time to practice it. Now, you can see here that there's a couple of examples um, of endnotes for the Victor reading that we did, right, of 7th grade. Now, 3 different endnotes we see here. Hopefully, we're starting to think about, well, which one of these would be most effective? I'm going to pause right here for a moment so that you think, or maybe you clicked ahead and you saw where the check mark appeared. A, right? When we're coming up with these central ideas and these summaries, the goal is to recognize what themes there are, not so much the individual things that happen. And this is the really key thing, is when we're talking about a story, there's typically a lesson, right? Or there's typically a big theme. So the important part at the end isn't so much what happened with each particular character, right? Knowing what happened with Victor and Teresa, that's not going to help us when we go into next year and further in life and we're like, okay, well, I read this story and it was about 2 kids. That doesn't do much for us. However, if we shift our thinking from these are the characters doing things to what is the author trying to tell me? What is their main message? It starts to become a little clearer. And that's why the first one, endnote A, is really strong, right? This idea that we feel pressure to change to impress other people. That's something that you can understand, use, and take with you way past just this unit and this year. So that's kind of the goal, is to be able to take away those big ideas, those really uh, transcendent, which is a big word that I know a lot of you aren't going to get, but this like big thing that you can carry with you, not just for a day or a week, but like for a long time. It's the stuff that's supposed to stick with you. That's why central ideas are important.